Hello guys, this is Adeep. Hope you're all doing great and welcome back to another electrifying video from MotorHub. So today we have here the Revolt RV400, which is an electric bike with interchangeable batteries. Yeah, that's right, you can just simply swap the existing drained battery and get a fully charged battery at Revolt switch stations that are being installed at various places. And before going further into the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and also hit that bell icon to not miss any of my future updates. So Revolt has two models, the RV300 and the RV400. Design and features wise, both the models are same, but the difference lies in the battery pack and motor. The RV300 gets a 60 volt 2.7 kWh battery, while the RV400 gets a 72 volt 3.24 kWh battery. The Revolt RV400 is available in red, black and grey, which is right in front of us, but the RV300 is only available in two colors, grey and neon black. And this is the first electric bike model that is on sale in India. Revolt provides 6 years or 1 lakh kilometers warranty on battery and 2 years warranty for the charger for both RV300 and RV400 as well. And Revolt claims a top speed of 85 km per hour for RV400 and 65 km per hour for RV300. However, the range of both the models stand at 80 km in the most powerful sports mode. Also, both the e-bikes get 3 riding modes: Eco, Normal and Sports. The RV400 in Eco mode gives 150 km of range, while the 300 gives 180 km. Similarly, in normal mode, the range decreases to 100 km for the RV400, while the 300 range stands at 110 km. Now, what differentiates the 400 from the 300 is a larger rear tire and rear disc brake, more powerful 3 kWh motor placed in the middle and driven by belt to rear wheels, while the 300 gets a 1.5 kW hub motor, which means the motor is placed closer to the rear tire, which makes a difference in weight distribution. And finally, the ground clearance of the RV300 is at 225mm, while the RV400 is at 215mm. Now coming to charging times, Revolt claims that charging the battery from 0 to 70% takes 3 hours and charging from 0 to 100% takes 4.5 hours, and you can charge it by either directly plugging it into a 15 amp socket, or you can remove the battery from the bike and carry it anywhere convenient to charge. And of course, for your long rides, you have the Revolt switch stations, and you can find their location in the My Revolt app, or you can also order a fully charged battery if you are stranded somewhere, and Revolt will deliver it to you in around an hour. The Revolt RV400 and 300 both get geofencing. However, only the RV400 gives you an option to choose an exhaust note sound via the app, which gives you that motorcycle feeling. And this sound comes out through a speaker, and I'll be showing you how to activate it in a bit. So this is how the key of the Revolt RV400 looks. This is to unlock the bike, this is to lock the bike, and this is to locate your bike in a parking spot and to turn on geofencing, and pressing this button turns on the bike instantly and all the LEDs light up. In the front you get a fully LED headlamp with TRLs integrated, and you get a projector for the high beam, and even the turn indicators are LED as well. And coming to the front suspension, you get upside down forks, and the front you get 17-inch alloy wheels, and the tire size happens to be 90 by 80 R17. It gets a 240mm disc brakes both at the front and the rear, and these are tubeless tires. Revolt written right there, and down here you get the RV400 and the Revolt logo. The grey color is finished in dual tone, and the rear suspension is an adjustable monoshock unit, and as you can see, the drive belt, the mid-mounted motor transfers power to the rear wheels via this belt, and you also get a sari guard at the rear. And even in the rear you get a LED tail lamp, and the turn indicators are placed below it. And the rear tire size happens to be 120 by 80 R17, and even in the rear you get a disc brake that is 240mm. And this is the pillion footrest. and it also gets regenerative braking system, and this is the rider's footrest. And coming to the heart of the matter, the RV400's motor is placed right here in the place of the engine of a motorcycle, and it produces a peak power of 4.4 PS and a maximum torque of 17 Newton meters. Regenerative braking system written right there. And this is how the pillion grab rail looks. And placing a physical key over here and turning it unlocks the battery cowl, which is basically the plastic or fiber part over here, and I'll show it to you in a bit. And you also get a power switch over here, which can be used to turn the vehicle on or off, and you can also turn it on by pressing this button on the remote. And the instrument cluster looks like this, and it shows you the odometer, range, battery level, digital speedometer, outside temperature, RPM meter, and in which drive mode the bike is in. And below the digital display you get the telltale lights like the turn indicator and the Eco Sport mode button, and over here you get the kill switch to turn the vehicle on or off. And this is the Eco, normal or sports mode selector, in which, as you can see, the range decreases as you change the drive modes. And this is the button for the exhaust note. This is the front brake lever, and the rear brake lever is placed on the other side of the handlebar, which is quite unconventional for a motorcycle and might seem quite confusing unless you get used to it. And this is the turn indicator switch, and above it is the high or low beam switch, and below it is the horn switch. Now let's take a look at the Revolt RV400's battery. It doesn't look heavy and also gets a handle on the type for convenient carrying. And as I've showed you earlier, twisting a key over here unlocks this cowl and you get some storage space. And beneath this storage space, the battery is placed over here, and you also get an MCB trip unit and also a key to unlock the battery in order to take it out. And this is the MCB switch, which you need to turn off before taking out the battery.